Welcome everybody, I am Alexander Linz, Head of Content of WatchAdvisor.com. Today I am welcoming you from Lucerne, the heart of Switzerland, the Lake of Lucerne, as they call it here in Switzerland, the Vierwaldstätter See. And what we are doing today is not presenting you as we normally do, and with a great pleasure do, of course, present you some novelties. We are going to do something different together with Embassy, a famous jeweler that is based here in Lucerne, also has a store in Zurich. We are bringing together some watches that will show you a variety of models that incorporate new materials and materials the industry works with. So you will have the possibility to see a couple of watches and new materials. I will explain you those watches and show you the difference in between these models. So enjoy what we are bringing you together with Embassy right onto your screens. Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications. The entire presentation of those 5 watches here on the tray is all about case materials, so I will not talk about the different function of the watches. I will focus really on the cases and on the make of the cases, and I want to start with the Audemars Piguet. We have been able to get one of these very rare, because there's a very high demand on them, a very rare frosted gold version of the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. The next case we have here is an IWC Spitfire UTC watch in a bronze case, and this case has already been used for a certain of time, and so you see that it has changed its color, that is meant to be. And then we have a Hublot Big Bang watch with an entirely sapphire see-through case. So the entire case is made out of sapphire, and it's really a way that you can see the inner life of a watch from any angle you want, because it's a completely see-through sapphire case. The next one on the table is the Panerai Submersible Marina Militare, made out of carbotech. That's a special forged carbon. And last but not least, the Zenith with the new monolithic oscillator that I will briefly explain afterwards, and the Aeronite bezel, that's the lightest aluminium that you can buy in the moment on the market, and with a titanium case. So with Aeronite bezel, that is the last watch I will present you. So this wonderful 37mm Audemars Piguet Royal Oak women's watch in 18 karat red gold feels, when you touch it, has a rough surface. And the rough surface, when you look at it, it looks like if it comes out of the deep freezer. And this is also the reason why Audemars Piguet is calling this execution of gold frosted gold. And how is frosted gold produced? It is hammered with a graver, for instance, a diamond graver. There's nothing added, nothing taken off. That's how you get that wonderful surface that looks like if the watch just got out of the deep freezer and is defrosting. Very nice. It is also not a smooth surface. So if you touch the watch, it is a rough surface, feels a little bit, let's say, different in the first moments when you get the watch, but you, I think, get very quickly used to it, and the surface is changing the colors depending on how the light falls on it. You can see that here. When I'm turning it a little bit in the light, you see there are reflections, then it is more matte. So a very nice idea. The idea comes from a Italian jewelry manufacturer, and it's a design that is also used for jewelry that now has been applied on this Royal Oak, and it is called frosted gold. The IWC UTC Spitfire watch in bronze case is a little bit a particular watch, because one would not expect to have or to see a pilot's watch in a bronze case, because bronze more or less is a material that is used on boats very much, and so watch manufacturers. It was Panerai at the time being started to manufacture watches out of bronze, and of course referring to objects on a yacht that are made out of bronze. But now bronze is becoming a very popular material, and as you can see, this bronze has not been stabilized with a chemical process, so the color of the bronze is changing. You see here that it has already got a little bit darker. Then there are some parts that are still more looking like the bronze when it is in the originally delivered color. So it is upon your lifestyle, the watch will change its color and get some patina. And if you want to clean a bronze watch, this is of course possible. Either you go to your IWC authorized dealer like Embassy here in Lucerne, and they will polish and they will be able to take off the patina and make kind of push to reset button, and you will get the watch back as in the way it was delivered. Or you can do this by yourself by using those cleaning tablets you use to clean your third teeth. Cookie dent, as we call them here in Switzerland, Austria, Germany. Interesting also, the green dial. That's a very, very trendy color these days. Green is very much coming, so pay attention. You will see a lot of green dials in the future. And as so often, IWC Schaffhausen is a trendsetter here with that green dial, and also with the fact that they are using bronze cases for their pilots' watches. The Hublot Big Bang Unico Sapphire watch is, as the word already says, nomen est omen, as we say in Latin. The case is completely manufactured out of sapphire. So this is really amazing. It's a hell of a work to bring out such a case. And the advantage is it looks gorgeous. And of course you can see when you turn the watch and you zoom on the watch, you can see that all parts of the typical Big Bang case are made out of sapphire. So it's really from all the sides, you see here from the side, sapphire, and then we go to the back, sapphire. This is the Unico chronograph movement, and the big advantage is with the sapphire case that you can really admire and discover all details from any angle you want, because it's a totally see-through case. The watches are limited. It's very hard to get one. It's a limited series of 500 pieces, these sapphire watches, and in the picture we see the number 465 out of 500. So that's a limitation we have here on the table. Thanks to, and I want to say it again, Embassy here in Lucerne, who were so kind to organize all these watches for us, so that I am able now to present you them. So an entire sapphire case. Let me continue to turn the watch around. You see here, sapphire, sapphire. The bezel is sapphire. Of course, the push pieces are not. They are made out of titanium, but the entire case is made out of sapphire. So if you look in here and if you would apply some light, or here from this side, you will be able to discover what you would see if you would take out the movement and look on it exactly from this angle. Some of you might ask yourself now, what's happening if such a watch drops on the floor? Honestly speaking, this is something I would not recommend you to do. I would say the construction is pretty safe as long as it is not falling on one of the edges. So if the watch falls down and if it hits the ground on one of the edges, I assume the watch will break or have some parts that are, destroyed. So it is not a good idea to drop such a watch, but on the other hand side, how often does this happen? Honestly speaking, I have never dropped any watch at all in my life, and I'm always taking care of them when I take them off and put them on. So there's no reason why this should happen. And if you wear the sapphire case, the see-through case, it's an amazing watch because it is so different to all the other materials we know on the markets, titanium and all these materials, gold and steel and all these different materials that are used. Sapphire is really something very cool, and Hublot is manufacturing these watches as the only manufacturer in a bigger quantity. The Panerai Submersible Marina Militare watch that is now in your picture is a 47 millimeter watch manufactured out of a material Panerai calls carbotech. And carbotech bezel, carbotech case, carbotech crown protection. So the entire watch is manufactured out of carbotech. Only the case back is manufactured out of titanium. So what is carbotech? Carbotech is produced with thin sheets of carbon fiber compressed at a very high pressure with a high-end polymer. And the polymer binds the composite material, making it stronger and more durable. And not only durable and stronger and also unique, because there is no watch that is equal to the other. So once the process undergoes and carbotech is manufactured, all watches will look different. That's part of the manufacturing process, and that makes every of these watches a unique piece, of course. So on the crown protection, on that typical crown protection of Panerai, you can see the layers of that carbotech material. Equally, you can see it here on the lugs. Perfectly looking, absorbing the light. So this is really a watch that would be able to be worn by military special forces because it's absolutely not reflecting the light. Nice case back, a titanium case back, showing a diver with a rebreather here. It's a certified diver, waterproof to 300 meters and ultra light, by the way, an ultra light watch. The Zenith defy inventor that I'm showing you now in many senses is a very innovative watch. The first thing I want to mention is that aeronite ultralight aluminium bezel that is used here. And the second thing, of course, is this magic thing that you see zapping around on your pictures. We're talking here of the reinvention of the Huygens sprung balance principle. So the entire Swiss lever escapement of a normal mechanical wristwatch has been replaced by a new monolithic oscillator made out of silicon, and it is oscillating at a frequency of 18 Hertz, equal 129,600 vibrations per hour. So the entire Swiss lever escapement has been replaced by this monolithic oscillator, and this monolithic oscillator, I can tell you, is a very accurate timekeeper. It's hacking the energy that is delivered to itself by the barrel and is then delivering the hacked information through the gear train to the seconds hand here and to the hands of the hours and the minutes. Second thing to mention, as I just told you, is aerolite. That is this ultralight material, the lightest aluminium that you can find on the market in the moment. If you look at the watch from the back, it is just a regular movement. You have a automatic rotor here, so there's nothing different, only, as I just mentioned, the oscillator is an innovation, as well as this bezel. So guys, it's time to say goodbye here from Lucerne in Switzerland, from the Lake of Lucerne. Behind you see the famous Chapel Bridge that was built in 1365. And I do also need to say thank you very much to Embassy. 5 stores here in Lucerne, 1 store in Zurich. Embassy helped us out. They made it possible that we could film all these watches that you have just seen on your screens and that we were able to compare them. If you go to Embassy, tell them that you have seen those videos on YouTube, WatchAdvisor.com, and they will invite you to what they call here a cupli. That's a glass of champagne. Ask for a cupli, you will get your cupli and enjoy the watches at Embassy here in Lucerne. And thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed what we have been doing, and I'm very glad that we could bring those watches to you. Thank you very much again. If you like what we are doing, as always, you know what I'm saying now, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like our videos. Of course, tell your friends and neighbors what we're doing. And if you have any comments to make, use the comment section just here underneath, and I will be more than happy to answer you as always. Bye-bye from Lucerne in Switzerland. Bye, guys.